USBC does it again. And this time is brutal. Watch this. All right, so, oh, yikes. All right, I'm going to try to be normal about this. You know what? No. We'll talk about this here in a minute. Let me get my thoughts gathered here. Hey guys, before we get going, make sure to hit that link in the description. We've got a couple of new books out. We've got The Art of Revolution. It's all about the release and creating rotation, creating revolutions, getting your thumb out faster. We've also got The Mental Game, Mastering the Mental Game of Bowling out there, all new, both available in paperback. And then you also have the Approach book. So make sure to hit the links in the description to get yours today. I appreciate all the support. Now let's talk about this. All right, so at the USBC Queens the other day, apparently there were two separate lanes that were two separate pairs, I guess, that were not playing the same, not playing similar to all the rest of them. In other words, these two pairs were curving a lot. What you see here, this is G.G. Mason throwing a plastic ball at fifth arrow. And taking the 10 pin off the right side. So you can't blame that on transition, like especially for the women and especially on the left side. A lefty isn't going to see that much transition to where the lanes hook that much right away. And here's the problem. Apparently there were no protests. I heard from multiple people that many people were officially trying to protest, and it was almost as if they weren't being allowed to. But the problem that I have is that USBC doesn't want to admit that there was a problem. They don't want to admit that there was an issue. They are doubling down that nothing happened. Check this out. Here is their post from 3 hours ago, claiming that during Thursday's opening round of competition at the USBC Queens, the USBC tournament staff was informed by competitors of concerns about potential irregularities of oil patterns on lanes 37 and 8 and 41 and 2. Social media comments stating the lanes were not oiled are incorrect. I mean, sure, they were oiled, but what were they oiled with? And was there something wrong with it? Like, how did that happen? Additionally, no formal protest was made. Now, that's okay. Why would these people that had to hit that pair? If that's me, I'm throwing a fit, and that they're not hearing the end of it until something happens. USBC investigated the situation, interviewing the lane machine operator and analyzing tapes of the lanes. The operator reported procedures were followed to confirm proper oil volume was applied. Lane tapes indicated the pattern was applied within tolerance. Given the investigation did not reveal evidence of an error or malfunction, the evidence is in the videos. Or the people bowling on the pair, did they not watch anybody throw any shots on those pairs? Like, that's what's frustrating. There is no further action to be taken at this time. For reference, included in this post are graphs comparing tapes taken from lanes 37, 38 after 5 games on Thursday, after 5 games on Friday, and a baseline graph of the freshly oiled pattern. Now, Jeff Riggles came on and was commenting on this, and he said, the report date on all 3 pictures of tapes is 5/19, Friday, but the tape date is listed as 5/18, only on the first one. The only day in question is 5/18. What the tapes were saying on 5/19 is completely irrelevant. So what USBC was trying to say is, look, we taped them on the 18th and on the 19th, and they're very, very similar day to day. But nobody had any complaints on the 19th or whatever day that was after, right? Those pairs were fine. But to sit there and try and act like this didn't happen. I mean, to act like that didn't happen, to see bowlers bowling and watch them playing the lanes completely different and watching everybody hooking the lane like that's mind blowing to me. And if y'all didn't notice, the pattern that they're bowling on is the exact same pattern that we bowled on for the Masters in Detroit. That pattern did not hook very much. They were fairly tight, and they force you to play fairly straight. So, plastic in the middle of the lane, no, absolutely not. There obviously was an issue there. I'm not understanding why nobody's doing anything about it. Like, I understand. Okay, I understand that. I mean, what are they going to do at this point? What are they going to have everybody re-bowl? Can't really do that. So basically, what they're going to do is, in my opinion, it looks like they're just going to lie, say everything was fine, and sweep it under the rug. But that integrity is a huge thing in the sport. Like anybody that cares about the sport is going to care about the integrity. Having the people like it's just absolutely unfair for anybody that hit those pairs to have to just take it right up the butt and just call it good. Just say, oh, all right, no problem. No big deal here. I don't understand. I really don't get it. I don't know that I have an answer. Like, what should have happened is when they saw that there was an issue and people were complaining early on game one, watching and seeing that their ball was hooking immediately early on game one, they should have stopped play, spent the next hour, reran the lanes, whatever had to happen to make sure things were done right. Who cares if they end up bowling later in the afternoon? You got to do what you got to do to make sure the competition is fair and everything goes the way it's supposed to go. So I don't know. I would have definitely stopped things. It would have been embarrassing. It would have sucked. It would have taken a lot of time. But at the end of the day, what matters is that, I mean, they're screwed either way. If they stop and they rerun the lanes, they look like idiots because they screwed up. If they don't stop and don't rerun the lanes, but then lie and say the lanes are just fine, they look like idiots. So either way, USB, it's a lose-lose for USBC because they look like idiots either way. So I don't know. It's just it's mind-blowing to me. You guys let me know in the comments below. What do you think happened? Were the lanes fine or were they obviously not fine? Like what would you have done? How would you have rectified the situation? But before you comment, make sure to click the link as also because I got that new book out, the release book. For those of you that haven't seen, paperback is now available. They are up for sale on the Amazon link there, so you can get either the ebook for $9.99 or the paperback book for $19.99. Sales are doing really well on that book. I'm actually surprised at how well they're doing. I do appreciate the support, getting a lot of positive feedback on the 3 books that's come out so far. And I've got many more coming. We're going to try to touch on every single subject of the game as much as possible. So I'm hoping I have like a dozen books that come out over the next couple of months or so, because I'm busting my butt to put them out there and make them good. So let me know what you all think of that. Make sure to buy your books and support if you can. I do appreciate the support. But let's watch this one more time and then we're going to get out of here. Again, that first one is a plastic ball. That's a storm ice from 5th arrow on that pattern. It's not possible unless something was wrong. It's just crazy to me. And then a lefty getting up with no transition on her side, very little transition, and her ball hooks immediately and takes the 10 pin out. Like, you think she's that bad of a bowler that she was just like, oh, I'm just going to throw this one absolutely terrible and take the 10 pin out and the ball's going to hook that much? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But anyway, whatever. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later.